mathematicians, and get ready as today we work on solving word problems involving addition and subtraction of measurements in decimal form. Let's get into it with our warm-up first.
Remember, your I will statements are your goals for this lesson. They are what we are trying to work on and learn more about throughout our time together today. As we continue on in our lesson, make sure you have your mind focused on these three things and showing them to your teacher. I will read the I will statement first, and then we will read it again a second time together. Make sure you're reading it nice and loudly so I can hear you, but no shouting necessary.
Listen as I read the first one. I will add decimals. Read that one with me. I will add decimals. Let's look at the next one. I will represent decimals on a place value chart. Read that one with me. I will represent decimals on a place value chart. And our last one, I will model adding decimals on a place value chart. Read this one with me nice and loud. I will model adding decimals on a place value chart. Nice job, mathematicians. Let's get into our warm-up for today. Let's practice reviewing some of our money terms. On your whiteboards, write 1 dime equals how many cents? So if we were to think of how many pennies are in 1 dime, we would say there are 10 pennies or 10 cents. Write that number sentence on your whiteboard. If we had 2 dimes, how many cents would we have? Pause and write the number on your whiteboards down. We would have 20 cents. Good job, mathematicians. Let's keep going. If we had 3 dimes, write the full sentence on your board. How many cents would we have? Good. We would have 30 cents. Let's do one more tricky one. If we had, let's say, 8 dimes, how many cents would we have? Good, mathematicians, we would have 80 cents. If you were tripped up on any of those, always go back to the unit. 1 is always equal to 10. So that means we're always going to multiply our main value by 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. Let's do a few more examples. Clear your whiteboards. Let's write the number sentence 10 dimes equals how many dollars? 10 dimes equals $1 if we were to count them all up. On your whiteboards, I want you to write that full number sentence, and then following it as we write the next one. 20 dimes equals how many dollars? Pause the video and write how many dollars 20 dimes equals. Good. 20 dimes equals $2. Good job, mathematicians. Let's switch it up. If we had 1 penny, how many cents do we have? 1 penny is equal to 1 cent. They're the same thing, just different ways of saying it. Let's erase and add 2 pennies equals how many cents? 2 pennies equals 2 cents. Nice job, mathematicians. Let's keep going with pennies. What if we had 3 pennies? 3 pennies would equal how many cents? 3 pennies would equal 3 cents. Let's do one more with pennies. If we had 9 pennies, how many cents do we have? We would have 9 cents. Good job, mathematicians. Clear your whiteboards and get ready by grabbing your problem set for this activity and a pencil for our new work for today. Let's still use the fractions we turned our decimals into. we're going to rewrite our first fraction 2 70/100ths on our side over here. 2 70/100ths. We don't need to put the decimal in between. We just got to write it out. If we were going to break these down into simpler steps or write it in a different way, we could do 2 and combine it with our other whole number first. Let's put a little arrow and put add 3. Combining the whole numbers, 2 plus 3, everybody, equals 5. And then let's carry our fraction over. And then we could simply think, okay, we took the 3 over here. We still need to add in our fraction. So we need to add 9/100. So we need to add that with our other fraction. And still get 70/900ths, which if we change into a decimal, still gives us the same solution. Now these were flipping our decimals into fractions, but you can also solve by adding your decimals together. A different way to solve. We would have to do 2 7/10. Here, we'll put another squiggly line so we know this is different. 2 70/10 and 3 900ths. Because there's an uneven amount of place values here, we have to add a 0 to the back so all of our numbers are equal and our decimal is lined up. Now let's just add these together. 0 plus 9 is, shout it out, 9. 7 plus 0 is, whisper it, 7. And 2 plus 3 is, shout it out, 5. We added all our numbers, and we need to bring our decimal straight down to still get our same answer of 5 79/100ths. So there's 3 different ways to approach this problem. You are going to continue practicing solving these word problems, doing one more in the class and a few more independently or with partners. Now, you and your partner might solve it a different way, or you might think of a different way to solve it than your teacher. Always share different strategies for solving the problems, and make sure to record others that you hear to use in the future. Good luck, mathematicians, and I'll see you guys soon.